There are moments in life when everything feels stacked against you. When you're standing alone, feeling like the world is too big, too cold, and too unforgiving. There's no one to help you, no one to hold your hand, no one to offer a shoulder. You're broke, tired, and sometimes you feel like you have nothing left to give. But here's the truth: I did it alone, broken, tired, and if I can do it, so can you. I found the strength to keep going, even when I didn't think I could. You have that same strength inside of you. Don't stop now. It wasn't easy. There were days when I wanted to give up, when the weight of everything seemed like too much to bear. I was exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally drained. I didn't have anyone telling me it would be okay. I didn't have anyone cheering me on. I was alone and I was running on fumes. But I did it alone, broken, tired, because I knew that if I didn't keep going, I would have nothing. Every step, every breath, every struggle, it mattered. And every day that I didn't give up, I got closer to my goal. I did it alone, broken, tired, and there were days when I thought, this is it. I can't go any further, but I made a decision in that moment. I decided that giving up wasn't an option. I had no choice but to keep going. Even when I had nothing left, I kept moving. And every time I felt like quitting, I reminded myself of how far I had already come. You see, when you've come this far, you realize something: it's too late to turn back. You're closer than you think. Keep going, even when it's hard. You've come too far. There were nights when I cried myself to sleep, wondering if this was worth it, wondering if I was crazy for still chasing a dream when I had nothing. But I did it alone, broke and tired, and I learned that when you're willing to keep going in the face of adversity, you unlock a strength you never knew you had. The pain, the struggle, the exhaustion, it was all part of the process. It was teaching me resilience. Every time I thought I couldn't go any further, I proved myself wrong. And that's how you build confidence, by proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you think. I did it alone, broke and tired, and that was the hardest part of the journey, believing in myself when no one else did. It's easy to doubt yourself when things aren't going the way you imagined. It's easy to listen to the voice inside your head that tells you it's not worth it. But success doesn't come from having everything handed to you. It comes from showing up every day, even when it's tough. It comes from believing in your own strength, even when no one else does. Keep believing, because that belief will carry you when nothing else can. I didn't have a safety net. There was no one to catch me if I fell. I did it alone, broke and tired, and there were times when I wasn't sure how I was going to make it through. But I kept going, because when you hit rock bottom, you realize something important: there's only one way to go from there, and that's up. And with every step, every ounce of effort, you start to rise. When you feel like you have nothing left, remember that the only thing stopping you is your willingness to keep going. You've come this far, and you're not stopping now. The loneliness was suffocating at times. I had no one to lean on, no one to share the burden with. I did it alone, broken, tired, and in that solitude, I found clarity. I realized that if I was going to make it, I had to do it for myself. I couldn't rely on anyone else to chase my dreams for me. I had to be the one to show up day after day, even when it felt like no one noticed. When you've got nothing left but your own will, you realize that's all you need. You can do this. You are enough. It's easy to say, I can't do this, but the truth is, you can. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I'm proof that it's possible. You may not have the resources, you may not have the energy, and you may not have the support system you wish you had, but you have something even more powerful: determination. When you're determined, when you're unwilling to quit, you can achieve anything. So stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. And if I can do it, you can too. The hardest days were the ones when I felt completely empty, when I had nothing to give. I did it alone, broken, tired. And that's when I realized that success isn't about having endless energy or a perfect plan. It's about showing up, even when you feel like you've run out of steam. It's about pushing yourself just a little bit further when all you want to do is stop. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. And every step you take will bring you closer to the life you've dreamed of. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I can't tell you how many times I thought about quitting. But every time I thought about giving up, I remembered why I started. I remembered the dreams I had, the goals I wanted to achieve, and the life I wanted to create. That's what kept me going. You need to remember why you started too. When the going gets tough, remember the vision that pulled you in the first place. keep that vision in your heart and keep moving toward it. There were days when I didn't know how I was going to make it through, when everything seemed impossible. But I did it alone, broken, tired, and I kept going. Why? Because I refused to let my circumstances define my future. I refused to let the hardship, the struggles, and the pain be the end of my story. Your past doesn't define you. Your circumstances don't define you. The only thing that defines you is your ability to keep going when it feels impossible. Keep going. You've come too far to quit. I did it alone, broken, tired. But the hardest part of the journey wasn't the exhaustion, and it wasn't the struggles, it was the fear. The fear that I wasn't enough, that I would never make it, that I would fail. But every time that fear crept in, I chose to fight it. I chose to believe that I had what it takes, that I could overcome the odds. And every time I did, I proved to myself that I was capable of more than I knew. You are capable too. Don't let fear stop you. People will tell you that success comes from luck or from having the right connections. But I can tell you from experience, I did it alone, broken, tired. And I can assure you that luck has nothing to do with it. Success comes from grit, from the willingness to keep pushing forward when everyone else gives up. You have the power to create your own success, no matter what your circumstances are. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want it bad enough, you can achieve it. I didn't wait for permission to chase my dreams. I did it alone, broken, tired, and that's when I learned that the world isn't going to hand you opportunities, you have to create them. When you take charge of your own life, when you take full responsibility for your success, you start to realize that you are the only one who can make your dreams a reality. Don't wait for someone to give you a chance. Go out there and take it. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I've learned that success isn't about having the perfect plan, it's about execution. It's about showing up, doing the work, and keeping at it even when things go wrong. The journey will never be perfect, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need to start. And every day that you show up and keep going, you're getting closer to where you want to be. There were times when I didn't know how I was going to keep going, but I kept showing up anyway. I did it alone, broken, tired, and that's when I realized the power of persistence. The only way to fail is to quit. If you keep pushing, if you keep showing up every day, you will eventually reach your goal. The road won't always be easy, but every day you move forward is a victory in itself. Don't give up now. I did it alone, broken, tired, and what I learned along the way is that everything you need to succeed is already inside of you. You don't need anyone else's approval, and you don't need to wait for the perfect time. You have the strength, the resilience, and the power to create your own path. Trust yourself. Keep pushing forward. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to keep going. When you're tired, when you're broken, that's when your true character is revealed. I did it alone, broken, tired, and those were the moments that shaped me into who I am today. It's easy to keep going when everything is easy, but the true test is how you handle the tough times. The challenges you face today are building you into the person who will achieve everything you've dreamed of. Keep going. You're not just surviving, you're growing stronger with every step. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I can tell you this: nothing worth having comes easy. Success is hard. It requires sacrifice, perseverance, and an unbreakable belief in yourself. When everyone else is resting, you'll be working. When everyone else is quitting, you'll be pushing through. The road isn't easy, but the destination is worth it. Don't stop now. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I realized that the only person who can stop me is me. You are the only one who can decide if you keep going. Life is tough, but you are tougher. Every time you choose to keep moving forward, you choose to claim your future. Don't let anything or anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. You are capable of more than you think. The hardest moments will test your limits, but they will also reveal how strong you truly are. I did it alone, broken, tired, and in those moments of hardship, I found the strength to rise above. Don't shy away from the challenges you face. Embrace them. They're not here to stop you, they're here to help you grow. Keep going. You're stronger than you know. I did it alone, broken, tired, and I can tell you that every step, every failure, and every moment of doubt was worth it. When you're grinding and hustling, it feels like you're giving everything you have. But remember, you're building something that will last. The struggle is part of the story. Don't give up. Every step you take gets you closer to where you want to be. I did it alone, broken, tired, and now I'm standing here telling you that your dreams are possible. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. If you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, keep going anyway. The journey isn't easy, but it's yours. Keep moving forward. You have everything inside of you to achieve your goals.